What's up, gang? How's it going? Happy Wednesday. It is Buffalo Trace night. You know, I haven't done a distillery night in a while, and I was thinking, what distillery should I do? And then I had this thing come across my news feed that said Buffalo Trace just expanded another $1.2 billion, or a part of their $1.2 billion expansion. So I was like, Buffalo Trace it is. Let's get it. How are y'all doing? A lot of you here early. Thanks for coming in. Happy Wednesday. It's about time for some whiskey. Andrew Buchanan was here early. Spencer Mab, William Harvey, Christopher David, good to see you, brother. Wheels in the house. He said, I might have to crack open my Weller pick. And I said, hey, if you crack the thing open, I'll grab mine. I'll drink it too. Trev Wilson here as always. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Steve A in the house. How you doing, Steve? Guy just finished up some dinner, or just finished making some dinner, so now he's cracking open the whiskey. I like it. I like it. Christian, thanks for coming in, man. I don't always see you in live streams, but I appreciate you being here. Christian is a patron of mine, and he just got some samples with the tier he's in, so got to try some barrel bourbon. That stuff is good, man. Got a dovetail too. I'm glad to hear you got a dovetail, because that stuff, stuff's good. That stuff is good, no joke. Will Henderson, how you doing, man? You just had a birthday, right? Happy birthday, Will. Roscoe Pico Train. Ryan, how are you? JC Messina, good to see you. Man, you guys are all pouring in. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. You guys got some Buffalo Trace tonight or what? Is it going to be just me? B. Hayes, USMC Tech. I'm going to get something poured here. So I'll keep shouting you out as I see you come in. But first of all, I have to give a huge thank you to Kevin. So Kevin hooked me up with this bottle. And he said he has a backup bottle. So that's why he sent me this. But it had, some couple pours out of it. This is Doc Swinson. So how many of you guys have actually had this? Matt ADHD Whiskey. Let me just say I absolutely loved your How to Hide Whiskey from Your Wife's video. Never a more true video in the entire world. If you have not seen that, go watch Matt's ADHD Whiskey. Matt, watch that video, How to Hide Whiskey from Your Wife. That was just fantastic. Fantastic. Andrew Spurrell, Jesse Page, Peter White, how you doing? Grape Nuts? Grape Nuts. Don't buy bourbon anymore. Prices should be more than $35. It shouldn't. Bourbon's always been the cheaper spirit, and I hope it stays that way. Sorry, we're talking Doc Swinson. We're talking Doc Swinson. So this was a part of their exploratory cast series. 15 years sourced. Only 2,700 bottles of this, but 59.1%. And he sent me this and he said, hey, I want to know what distillery you think this is from. Because it's sourced, but they don't disclose. So I'm going to pour this first and we'll talk about it a little bit. But I poured this after he sent this to me, and this was phenomenal. Like, this pushes BTAC to me. That's how much I like this stuff. So Doc Swinson. Docky Swinson. Swinson. Oh, man. That smells so freaking good. Is that a 15? Yes, this is a 15 year, JC. 15 year. Oh yeah, John, dry week for you. Yep. Dry week with the Magnificent Bastards. Brad's got some E.H. Taylor. Very nice. Very nice. JJ's sipping some Buffalo Trace. Lordy, this just smells so good. Like, this is just rich, amplified, delicious bourbon. Like, this is what you want bourbon to be. Everything you want bourbon to be. The age comes through, but it's just an explosion of bourbon richness is what it is. Oh. All right. You can't rush 15 years, guys. You cannot rush 15 years. Like, that's what makes it. Yeah, the color on that, almost 60%, and just like 15 years in oak, man. Oh, Linux Cat, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Everything I want a bourbon to be except on my shelf. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? I never ever would have had an option or an opportunity to get this, to even try this ever. So it's really incredible though. On trying it, when he asked me to say what distillery I think it is, and I was trying it on my own, and I think it's Heaven Hill, but I don't know for sure. It's definitely not Buffalo Trace. It's either Brown Forman or Heaven Hill. It's gotta be. Got to be. Nick, how you doing? D. Brown says, I've never heard of this Doc Swinson character. You know, neither had I. I actually had seen the bottle before, but I didn't think, I mean, not in the store, of course, just online. Didn't think, like, two things about it. Didn't really read about it. But holy cow, that's phenomenal stuff. I hope they do another exploratory cast release like that, because that's just nuts. Doug, how you doing? Good to see you, Doug. Oh, I'm not going to waste any of this. I'm going to finish this whole thing. I think if that was blinded against, like, super high-end, super high-proof, like George T. Stagg, William R. Weller, I think that would hold its own. Kentucky Owl. It honestly reminds me of Kentucky Owl a little bit. Bourbon. It's just really good. Mouthfeel, finish, everything about that's wonderful. I don't know if anyone's ever had this. Like I said, there's only a limited number of bottles released, but I'm really impressed. Really impressed by that. I think I'm going to save some of that. So I don't have to keep... I've already had multiple pours since he sent it to me, and I don't want to drink it too fast because I'm not going to be able to ever get it again, so... Jason in the house! How you doing, Jason? I know. So for those of you that didn't hear, the reason my episodes have been sporadic, my live streams have been sporadic, my wife and I just bought a property. So maybe later I can pull up pictures and you can see. But it's actually a farm, kind of a farm. It's got a huge barn on it. I posted about this on Patreon. I posted about this on a couple other things like YouTube, I think maybe. But it's got a horse barn on it, is what it is, and I'm calling it a whiskey barn. Okay, I want to make it into a whiskey barn. That's what I want. But right now it's got like 18 horse stables built into it. So any waking minute I have other than work, I've been over there trying to get the property just usable and ready, you know. So we got big plans and big things we want to do with the property as far as horses go, boarding horses, stuff like that, whiskey. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So for the time being, I'm still trying to do a live stream every week. Sometimes it's going to be every other week depending on schedule and the time we get. But then I'm only going to be doing one episode a week for the time being, unless, you know, until time picks back up. So maybe like wintertime or something, we'll see. But so that's what's been going on in my life. It's been a crazy, crazy time, but a lot of fun. So Jason, I saw Jason pop in tonight. After this, Jason is talking to the Carters, and I'm not talking about. Hang on, just a second. My son just walked in. Let me get him out of here. Hold. What are you doing? Get out of here. You want to say hi real quick? Yeah. Hi. Say hi. Wave. Hi. Now it's time to go to bed, okay? Okay. You have to go up with Mom. No. I know you want to be in the bourbon room. It's fun, isn't it? I want bourbon. No bourbon. No, not right now. Go on up. Daddy will be up in a little while, okay? Go. I'll be up in a little bit. Go up with Mom. All right, I'll lock it. So that's another reason why I can't get anything done, whiskey-wise. Just so you know, that's why. My kid doesn't wear pants either, only underwear, just like his dad. So, thanks for still being here. Sorry. At least once a stream now, this is happening. You know, it's just happening. No bourbon, not right now. Yep, only 18 more years, buddy. 18 more years. So Jason is talking to the Carters tonight, and Carters, I mean Old Carter. So Old Carter whiskey. That's gonna be awesome, man. I've seen Scott, my bourbon journey, to talk to them before. You know, when you guys were in Kentucky, you got to visit them and talk to them and stuff like that. Was awesome. So I'm looking forward to watching that. It's gonna be good. I mean, if you haven't tried any Old Carter whiskey, and I've been lucky enough to have been sent some samples from patron Christopher David, thank you, buddy. Incredible stuff. Like, they're sourcing Dickel, they're sourcing MGP, and they are truly blending masters. So it's going to be worth a watch, that's for sure. Thank you, Richie. Yeah, very blessed in this household. Once he gets a bit early, you can introduce him not make him hide it from you. I know. Yeah, I know. Sometimes we play a game where I'll have him come down here and he'll pick out what for me to have, and he always picks this bottle right here every time. He's gonna be a rye guy. He's gonna be a rye guy. You know, that's all right. That's all right. Captain Underpants. Right. Exactly. Oh man. All right. Let's move on. I'll save this bad boy for a little bit later. So Buffalo Trace. You know, we just talked about they're expanding. They just did that $1.2 billion expansion, which they're doing over the next like 5 years. This was a couple years back they announced this. And over the COVID time, they've thrown up a couple more warehouses. I know, Matt. My life in a nutshell. He says, I know. It just is. It's just the way it is. They've put in a whole bunch, like more mash, fermenting tanks, everything. Like they're just expanding so much. So no more excuses for Buffalo Trace for not pumping out whiskey, because they bought 200 acres. I just read this today. 200 acres they bought of whiskey farm. They're calling it the whiskey farm, and it's going to be like 15 rickhouses. So no more excuses. You know, 5, 6, 7 years from now, no more excuses. That's it. Let's pour number one. Old Charter 8. Now, I have had this one time, and it was out of this bottle. I haven't had it since. But I remember being, like, pretty impressed with it for what it is. I mean, a $12 to $15 bottle. It's been a while since I bought it, but I believe Old Charter, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't do any research, but Mash Bill 1. Yeah. Has to age. It's like 6 to 7, I mean, for the younger stuff, but 10 years, well, it'll be available. Exactly. Thank you, Matt. Matt says, let's get this super chat train rolling. Cheers, Chris. I miss you too, man. I'm like, everybody's live streams, I'm now able to just pretty much throw my headphones in and listen to, but I can never chat in a live stream. So I watch everything, but it's so hard to chat in live streams when I'm doing other stuff and I'm just listening to you guys. So I miss it. Want to get back to more. This has got like that sweet oak quality. Sweet oak quality on this. Like it's not 8 years. I think it used to carry an age statement. It doesn't anymore. Now it's just called 8 and not like 8-year-old, but there's definitely age in this, you know. Moose, how you doing? Two Rivers, good to see you. And Steam Face. Thanks for coming in, guys. Like, honestly, on initial nose, this does not smell like a $15 bottle. I mean, at least double that. Like, it seems like it's better. But it doesn't give me that big cherry Buffalo Trace profile I expect either, you know? Wildlife and Whiskey, how you doing? Good to see you. And Barn Door. Cheers, brother. I mean, yeah, it's a cheap whiskey. You know, it's a cheap whiskey. But it's not bad. It's really not bad. The nose I like a lot more than I actually do the palate. So, not bad, but I mean, it's definitely drinkable. This is only 80 proof. That's I didn't read that before. That's probably why it drank like water to me. But, you know, it is what it is. Not too bad. Not too bad. You guys been seeing store picks starting to roll back out now around you? Because I know, like, here we were on such a dry spell with COVID, you know, but now they're starting to slowly trickle. I still haven't seen any Buffalo Trace picks, no Knob Creek picks lately, at least locally. But I'm really hoping some more are going to come out. We did have a Traverse City Whiskey Company pick come out, which was a 6-year MGP, I believe. It was a rye and a bourbon, so. And we've had a couple other like that, but that's about it. Soon and very soon, we're gonna get more. Matt just said, can't wait to see the Old Forester picks start showing up. Yeah, they haven't shown up here yet. I haven't seen any of the plus 90 plus picks, you know, the hundreds of the barrel proof. So Knob Creek Meyer, I'm going to get another 10-year. Yeah, like Meyer. So our local Meyer here, the wine and spirits guy at my local Meyer here, he is a huge whiskey guy. Like I have him now, of course. I have him over like for events, you know, or whatever, just whiskey tastings and stuff. He's always on the list to come. But we're getting him more and more into bourbon, and he is like, it's in my opinion, I think it's probably the best Meyer in the state as far as getting good whiskey. The guy's just awesome. I was able to actually get this along with that Traverse City Barrel Proof Rye, but got that Meyer baby. Meyer baby. Let's go. It's been so hard to get whiskey. It's been so hard to get whiskey the last few months. So it's just a win. It's just a win when you can, you know. But you know what I really want that I haven't been able to find in a long time? Just an Elijah Craig pick. You know, Elijah Craig store pick was what started me into whiskey. So, yeah. I know, Matt. It was. It truly was. No joke. He got a case. And luckily I was on his list to ask. He said, I got E.H. Taylor single barrel or I got Weller full proof. So you can get, you know, whichever one you want. So I took the full proof, baby. Gotta do it sometimes. Mm-hmm. It's another one, Russell's picks. I haven't seen a new Russell's pick in a very long time around here. So I'm waiting for those to roll through again. It's gonna happen. Same with Buffalo Trace. Yep, no Buffalo Trace. Like last summer or summer before, whatever it was, we had a period there where it was literally a 3-month period. I was able to get 6-7 Buffalo Trace picks all just locally. So speaking of which, let's go on into one of the Buffalo Trace picks. It's Buffalo Trace picks now. Usually the picks range from 8 to 10 years from what I've heard when you email the distillery. Standard Buffalo Trace off the shelf is about 8 years. So I think Buffalo Trace is one of those picks that drink pretty similar to each other. I haven't noticed a massive variety in flavor profile between Buffalo Trace picks like I have, say, a Russell's pick. You know, I haven't. Oh, Weller 107 picks are just impossible to find. Impossible to find. They just are. Just picked up an awesome Russell's pick called Dead Quilter Society. Yeah, I mean, the sticker game, this day and age, stickers, and it's what sells whiskey. It is, you know? It's conversations I've had with multiple stores. It's like, you slap a nice sticker on that, make it a COVID sticker. Of course, now the COVID store picks have been overdone, but Jake, happy dry week. I know, I'm sorry. A lot of people are doing dry week right now, though. Understandable. The Meyer I'm talking about, they've had Elijah Craig Barrel Proof in stock for like 3-4 weeks now. The B batch now too. When he first got it, you know, he let me know it was there, but he's actually had a bottle or two there. So no wheels. You open it, you drink it, and you enjoy it. Absolutely, you should. I did it with mine. I had, where is it? Right here. Only Weller pick I've ever gotten, ever, and it was sent to me from someone who watches the channel. I mean, he was just a great guy, you know, and he hooked me up. I brought this over to an event. I opened it up. This is from Old Oaks Cigar and Liquor I believe he's located in Oregon. So, I mean, whiskey's made for drinking and sharing, man. I say go for it, Wheels. Either that or if you're going to sell the bottle, I mean, raffle it off, sell a bottle or something, and use the money for what you need it for, you know? But yeah, they're like impossible to find for me. I mean, I don't know when I could have got one around here. We've had a couple full proof picks show up in Michigan, but 107s, nope, forget it. Just good, man. Buffalo Trace is just good. I've always said Buffalo Trace is my daily drinker. If I come down here, don't know what to drink, it's either Wild Turkey 101 or Buffalo Trace store pick. So it's just always solid, you know, always reliable. Always gets the job done. Got a Weller full proof the other day. Haven't opened it yet, Roscoe. If you've never tried it, you got to try it. You got to try it because I want to hear what you think hype-wise. Now, I was able to get mine at retail, luckily. So $49 out the door, I think it was. At that, I'm not gonna say anything. Like, you can watch. You've watched other people who've tried full proof, especially if you just got a bottle you're interested in it. So, it's not worth secondary. No question, it's not worth secondary. Is it a delicious bourbon? The one I have had, yes, absolutely it is. So, absolutely. That's awesome, JJ. Every bottle I open is open with friends for tasting. I think that's great, you know? It's so hard for me, and I'm sure a lot of you the same way, collectors or people who just love whiskey, like, you have all these open bottles already. So, like, are you going to open another bottle? No. I mean, you will. Like, you'll go out and buy one and you'll open it immediately just to try it. Like, that's what I do, but... $84.99, still sub 100. That's not even close to secondary. I don't think that's bad at all. Not bad at all. William Harvey says, Dear Michigan, could you please send some barrel-proof bourbon to Wisconsin? We seem to be out. Don't tell me you can't get Booker's. I bet you can get Booker's. I bet. Not that you'll want to necessarily, but I'm betting you can get it if you really wanted to. Knob Creek 120, you know, the 9-year, I say go for that too. That's an excellent barrel proof. I'm going to go ahead and skip the rye because I don't really want Sazerac rye right now. Blanton Store Pick, you think I should go for that or just skip it? Blanton Store... you know how I'm... Blanton's, you know? We've all talked about Blanton's. It's a beautiful bottle, Blanton's. It's a beautiful bottle, but... Booker's is no problem, just a little overpriced. Yeah, a little bit overpriced. No question. Minimum drop to 100 here, so yeah, terrible. Let's go to Eagle Rare. What time is it? All right, we're not quite to 8:30 yet, so Blanton's. Don't get Jason started. Oh, tell me you guys watched that episode of Jason's. I loved it. Loved it. He did his most overrated, overhyped whiskeys. And Blanton's made the list. Jason had a little Italian come out. Jason had a little Italian come out in that episode, and I loved it. Loved it. This is an Eagle Rare store pick. Now, again, I didn't get this myself. I mean, I bought the bottle, but I got it from a buddy who was able to find one. I didn't get this locally. It's a local pick, but I wasn't able to get it. It was gone, so. Angry Jason is great. We need more. I agree. I agree. Is my mic spiking? I feel like it is. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Keep seeing it spike, so sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jason, it was wonderful. It was wonderful, and luckily a lot of people are watching it, and they're going to watch it, so. Fantastic. Add ETL to that list as well. ETL, no question, is 100% overhyped. Rock Hill Farms, El Matili, both overhyped based on secondary prices. This whole live stream would just be a rant about Buffalo Trace, and I mean, a rant or a congratulations on their marketing plan. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, Buffalo Trace they have it figured out in marketing. They have it completely figured out. Distribution, you know, everything they say coming out of their distillery is they don't hold it back. You know, it's all up to the distributors and whatnot, but I know I can't find some stuff I'd like to find all the time. So Eagle Rare, 10 years versus Buffalo Trace's 8. But it's virtually Singer barrel. It's virtually single barrel. So I want to say in general, the Eagle Rare, even just the standard base bottles I've tried versus Buffalo Trace, I get an extra layer of, I mean, a lot of times I get more fruitiness. So beyond cherry, you know, cherry's in almost every Buffalo Trace product, but it's like apple, pear a lot of time I get, which sometimes show up in the rye mash bill for Buffalo Trace as well. Yeah, Moose, I know it's coming. Too much medicinal note on the Eagle Rare. Interesting. That's why there's so many whiskeys out there for all of us, you know? So, Hmm. It's got more of a creaminess. Like it almost tastes like it has more depth than the Buffalo Trace pick I just drank. Like a little more rough around the edges on that Buffalo Trace pick. This just kind of smooths out those edges. Richie Z says, "Have you seen those gigantic Eagle Rare 1.75 liter?" I have. One of my stores down the road has one. I think I posted a picture like a year and a half ago of it. It's unbelievable how big those bottles actually are. It looks like a clown bottle. That's what it looks like. It was my first time ever seeing it. I was like, that can't be just 1.75. That's way bigger, but it was massive, man. Literally massive. It was great though. It was hilarious. Oh man. All right, so I figured let's do something kind of fun here. Let's go to Buffalo Trace's website. And this is, so they updated their website recently, just from what I noticed. But this is their website now. They kind of talk about the expansion, the areas of their, I guess, distillery, you know? I think this is the whiskey field that they just bought. The farm, the whiskey farm. Yeah, this is the whiskey farm. So they've got, I mean, I didn't even know this was all there, but if you go over, they got a whole bunch of other stuff over here too. That's 200 acres right there. 200 acres. They make it look so small. That's what she said. But, yeah. So, Buffalo Trace, obviously massive. If you haven't been to the distillery, it's definitely worth going and checking out. I mean, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. You know, the grounds are awesome. And the tour was actually great too. I just did the base tour, but it was, they gave you the whole history. They walked you around. You got to go check out the rick house. You got to do all this. And they're one of the only ones that offers a free tour, which is really nice too. So free tour is great. Let's, like, okay, cool. It's a map, but let's do the craft your own. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm sure almost all of you have done this. This is the craft your own bourbon. So, Weller, CYPB, craft your own bourbon, was based on the results they got from this survey, this craft your own, which I don't think I believe, because I know the people who would take the time to go and take this survey and put in what they want to get, there's no way we would choose craft your own bourbon, like craft your perfect bourbon. We just wouldn't. Plain and simple. So I'm gonna do this anyway, just for me personally. I would, take all of you from the chat, but it's gonna be delayed too much for me to see. So I'm just gonna do it myself, so you can kind of see what I would go for. All right, let's start recipe. Recipe. Let's see here. Do we like wheated mash bill? I mean, wheated mash bill, it's like, oh, you want Weller, you want Pappy. But I do love William Lou Weller, though, to be fair. I like a high rye. I do like a high rye, because I like a little kick. I like a little spice. I like it. Now wheat I like too, though. Far less spicy than rye. Gentle flavor wheat allows a mild, somewhat sweeter bourbon. Oh. Can I not choose this? Oh, I gotta drag it in, right? I haven't done this in like a long time. Should we do wheat? Should we do wheat instead of rye? What do you think? What just happened? Well, now everything's all screwed up. I don't like that. I need to see what I'm putting in my bourbon. Starting over. All right, people are saying rye. Let's go rye. I mean, rye is what I like. I'm about to break dry week hearing all this whiskey talk. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. All right, we'll go high rye. So I'm going to say about a third rye, like a 30% rye. 30% rye is great. Let's do 30% rye, majority corn. All right, let's do it. Make your whiskey. Okay. So this was cool. For those of us that don't know anything about how whiskey's made or anything about the process, this is kind of cool. It just walks you through how they do it. So milling, just pretty much crushing your grains into a fine powder when you're putting them into the vat. Then you cook it. Water, grains, fermentation, and whatnot. Fermentation. This sweet mash, along with their sour mash, so they, for those of you that don't know, sour mashes, they leave a little bit of the previous batch's run, you know, in there to kind of jumpstart the fermentation process. Sweet mash is where they completely clean the vats between batches, I guess. It's more expensive to do that. You get more inconsistent results sometimes too because of it. But some companies are doing it, like Peerless. And Peerless makes some pretty good whiskey for being that age, so. Distilling, of course, the fun part. Get to try your grain alcohol. So there's the process. All right, let's continue. Let us continue. 4 grain. Ooh, is that an option? They wouldn't even give that as an option because they're not going to put that on. If they do, it's going to be millions and millions of dollars. Oak barrels. Okay, good question. I never could figure out how to get this thing to work. I like a big burn. So I like level 4. Whenever I tried to do this before on my own, like a year ago or whatever, and I kept hitting it and it just did nothing. It just restarted the timer. So I like a big burn. I like a lot of barrel char, so I'm going heaviest char we can do. Incinerate that bad boy. That's what I say. That's what I say. Ooh, okay, warehouse. Now, this is going to be age. Now, this is something we all might disagree on. Let me get another bourbon here. Because this is a big question now. How long are we going to age this for? Let me get another bourbon. Let's go E.H. Taylor single barrel. America. That was a measly little pop. All right. Center cut 10 years. Oh, baby. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. All right, let's see. Warehousing. Now, in general, rule of thumb, when you put something at the higher levels of the rick house, it's going to age quicker. Okay, barrels are going to sweat more. If it's at the bottom, it doesn't tend to age as quickly. So think about things like Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare is a 10-year-old bourbon, but majority of Eagle Rare that comes out of Buffalo Trace is aged at the lower levels of the rick house. So it really doesn't age like a 10-year-old bourbon, according to Buffalo Trace at least. Any way to choose tornado aged? Yeah, where are the natural disaster buttons on here, huh? Where is it? So, we're going to be able to choose the age anyway later. So, do we think top floor, center floor, bottom floor? You know, I don't want anything super, super oaky, but I'm going to change the age I want if I, you know, put it in a certain part of the rick house. So, I think center cut's good. I think center cut location of the rick house is good because then we can choose our age based on what the age should actually be. Tony G, how you doing? Oh, let's talk about, it tells you what the different stuff is. I didn't even know this. Top floor, most influenced by rapid temperature changes at top level. Bourbon will age quickly with dry oak flavors from the wood. I don't like bitter oak. I don't like bitter oak. I don't like those dry wood tannins. So, you know. Bottom floor is subtle temperature changes from the bottom. Bourbon will age slowly into a sweet, smooth whiskey that's gentle on the palate. Smooth? Not unless it's barrel proof. Do I want it to be smooth? So, consistent fluctuations in temperature allow the middle levels of your bourbon to mellow into a well-balanced whiskey with tantalizing flavors and robust complexity. Are they writing a porno here or what? Got me. Aging. Aging. Aged in Taco Bell. All right. All right. Well, age. So in general, for me, I think 8 to 12 is good. But Knob Creek picks, I've had some really, really good 15-year picks. Really, really good 15-year picks. So, Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Dry oak and leather. Everyone choosing 23 years. They're like, give me that peppy 23, baby. Give me that peppy 23. Give it to me. I think 9's gonna be a little too young. I like leather. I don't like hints of leather. I like leather. 13. 11? 11 or 12 I'm seeing. Yeah. Like I said, it's between 9 and 15. 14 feels left out. All right, I'm doing 14 because I just love that comment. 14 feels left out. Yeah, what could Buffalo Trace possibly give me that's 14 years old? Let's find out. Let's find out. Chris, you should have. You should have, man. Oh, in Belmont at my daughter's new place. You know, yeah, Chris is like right next door to me over here in Belmont. Man, too bad. Hope you're having a good night, man. I have to come hang out with you and the Bourbon Junkies again soon. You guys are in your bubble up there. I got to come hang out sometime. I miss those guys too. I haven't seen the Bourbon Junkies in so long. I mean, virtually I have, but you know. Proof. All right, proof. There's no question here. Proof is like, you know, if you know me, yeah, it's gonna have to be that. Like, no question. Drinking bourbon this strong may cause regrettable decisions. Hasn't happened yet. Easy decision. Well, is it? If it was 120, like I'm a go, you know, but 100, I wouldn't say that's the proof I love. I'm gonna go, but then I think of stuff like Russell's, which is delicious at 110. And a bourbon that old, 14 years, I'm not gonna get any yield if I'm bottling it barrel proof. They're gonna give me George T. Stagg. That's what's gonna happen. That's true. Jason says that 100 to 120 can be a magical for Buffalo Trace. It really can. Ugh. Oh. All right, I'll go with more options. There's more options for them to give me. They're gonna give me George T. Stagg if I go with the plus 120. They are. So, Chris, that'd be awesome, buddy. And I got plenty of sample bottles here for you to take home. Anything you want. You probably have everything I have already, but you're welcome to it anytime, man. We'll go 100 to 120. See what they give us. You know, maybe they're gonna come up with some brand new whiskey they're about to release. You know? Oh! I mean, it makes logical sense. I just said how overrated El Martelli is, you know? And it's a good whiskey. Like, it's a really good whiskey, but they didn't give me the 120. They gave me that 100 proof. They gave me that 100 proof. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on. That's all right. That's all right. Give me something I can find at least. Like, benchmark. Show me benchmark. I mean, I'd have to choose proof different, I guess, but that's fun, guys. If you haven't done that yet. Oh, 90 proof. You're right, Matt. 90 proof, not 100 proof. I was thinking of the El Martelli 100, but you're right. Why would you even... That's not even the range I wanted. Maybe it's a 14-year bourbon, though. I've always heard El Martelli is about 10. 10 years. At least the older... I should say the picks. The store picks I've heard were that old. But I bet you this is younger even. So, give me a break. You guys want to try again? We'll crowdsource this one if you want to do it again. We'll crowdsource this one because I'm having fun with this. All right. What I'm going to do this time is the first comment I see when I ask the question for what we're going to do with age proof, all that stuff, I'll put it in there for you, okay? So first we'll start with mash bill. Is that it? Do we do wheated or rye again this recipe? First comment I see. Recipe. Wedded. Whis XC says wedded. Wedded it is, brother. Wedded mash bill. Me favorite. Perfect. Good old wet bourbon. Mellow corn it is. So we got the wheated. All right. We know how to make it now. So that's good. We know how to make it. Continue. Because I gotta look at the process again. All right. What time is it? We're still doing good on time, guys. Still doing good. All right. Char. Barrel char. Level 1, 2, 3, or 4. Just put 1, 2, 3, or 4. Two Rivers says char 2. Okay. Char 2. Now this, remember, I screwed this up, so. Look, I'm trying to stop it. It won't let me stop it. How do I stop it? How do I stop it? I don't want level 4. Do they only do level 4? Is that why they're doing that? Someone help me. Maybe I hold it down. Maybe I just hit continue. Did it work? Now the barrel's on fire. I guess we're going with that, guys. I don't know. It's a broken system, okay? It's a broken system. Out comes Elmer T. Lee again. It's their only input. All right, top, middle, or bottom? Top, middle, or bottom? Spencer, oh, Greer says low. Spencer, I thought you had top, but Greer says low. Low it is. This E.H. Taylor single barrel is actually really, really good. So, just food for thought there. Put it on the roof. Natural disasters incoming. Aging. Give me the years. Give me the years. Drop it in the river. Give me the years, guys. E.H. Taylor Roof Survivor. Cletus. Cletus says 12 years. 12 years, buddy. You got it. Hints of leather and aromatic cloves. You guys are all right around that range. Greer said 6 years. I would end up with probably something, yeah, something young. I mean, clearly 6 years. Ooh. Your needs have been heard. We have carefully mulled over your requests and want to truly craft your perfect bourbon. We are Buffalo Trace, however, so you will take what you get, biatch. Exactly. Exactly, Matt. That's how it feels all the time. 30 years isn't an option. 76 also is not an option. 23 is the most. We're going 12. That's what I saw first. 12. This is truly a chosen by the people. Chosen by the people. Proof! Give me the range, or just give me a proof point, and I'll choose the range. Bitch. Spencer Mav says 100 proof. 100 proof. The real people. Chosen by the real people. That's right. We know it's factual. All right. What's it going to be? Oh, I like it, but this doesn't make any sense to me. My William Llewellyn bottle is definitely higher proof than that. Like 125. They don't care about proof at all. They don't care about proof at all in this. That's why CYPB is 90 proof. I should have done that to begin with, though. It's like my favorite bourbon. But it didn't follow anything we said, pretty much. 12 years, yes. Lower levels of the Rickhouse? Is that true? Maybe. Weller 12 would have made a lot more sense than that, actually. You're right. I mean, with the proof, virtually there. I mean, they're still out of range, but... All right, there you go, guys. Ready in 2032. Yeah. Hooray! Can't wait. That was fun, guys. That was fun. If you haven't done that, go to the website and do that, because see what you get. You know, just go by what you like most and what you've tried. You know, and that's actually a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. Good times. Good times. Woo-wee. Tried William Llewellyn yesterday and Pappy 15. You son of a bitch. Was it delicious? Was it everything you hoped for? It couldn't possibly live up to the hype, right? Answer that. It couldn't have lived up to the hype. You played the virtual tour game they have. Nick, no, I haven't. Should I do that? Is it just where you go in and you try to like find stuff or what? I mean, we're running out of time now, but we can always do that on another live stream. Buffalo Trace Night Part 2. Drink more Buffalo Trace. I didn't get anywhere near what I wanted to get done, so drinking-wise, I mean. I've been talking too much. I'm going to try this Weller Store Pick next. Oh, yeah. It's taken so long for me to try Pappy. I feel like I'm going to be completely disappointed. You absolutely will, Trev. Try it. I hope someone can get it to you blind. If I had a sample, I would send it to you. Well, then it wouldn't be blind because then you'd know. I wish I had it. Whiskey Brazil. How you doing? Thanks for coming in. Richie, you're right. That E.H. Taylor single barrel is really, really good. I wish that was more available for everyone. That stuff is good. Craft your perfect baloney. Jason's still recovering from that episode. Well, damn. I hate to say it, but this is substantially better than the normal 107. Pappy Van Winkle 15. 15 is really the sweet spot. But I was actually very, very impressed with the 23. I thought it would be way too much like a stringent oak. But I think being proofed down and then the 23 years was just in the wheat. It just mellowed it. It mellowed it and it gave a great, great oak note. Age done right is something special. You know, if it's over oaked, like honestly some of the Elijah Craig 18s I've tried, it's just not so good. But when oak is done right, it's a beautiful thing. It took me a while to learn that because I used to just say, "Oh, I hate overly oaked bourbons. I hate overly oaked bourbons." But this has got like, whew, that's got some serious spice to it. Honestly, it doesn't smell like a normal Weller. It smells much higher proof, actually. We need a Bourbinsane whiskey cooking episode. Make some bourbon apple pie. My wife would be happy, probably. I love cooking, honestly. I love cooking. Grilling. I love grilling. Could make like a bourbon glaze, you know? And then we could do some kind of meat. Some kind of meat on the grill. That could be fun. I'd be down. I still want to do a like a cocktail series, you know? Because I love a good cocktail, especially on hot summer days. I think a cocktail series would be fun. It doesn't say it's non-chill filtered on the bottle, Nicholas, but I was told that this is a non-chill filtered pick. Yes. Old Oaks Cigar and Liquor. And I was told this is non-chill filtered, yes. It's just fantastic. Bourbon glazed salmon. Oh, I miss going out and getting like a nice salmon, a nice steak like at a restaurant. I just miss it, man. I miss it so much. Things are opening back up now. I just told my wife today, I was like, you know what I haven't had in so freaking long? Sushi. Places like that are like high risk of contamination and stuff, they're closed still, at least around here. And the place I normally go to get sushi is actually a buffet that they do sushi to. I miss it so much. Tony G in the gym trying to get swole like Trev. Hell yeah, man. Not everyone can look like Trev. We try, but we can't. Keep at it though, man. Good for you. Trev, I honestly have only had 2 different 107 picks. The first one I had was a Holy Holy Trinity pick. You may have seen it like on secondary pages and stuff. Holy Trinity pick, and it was honestly like one of the best whiskeys I've ever had. The Holy Trinity 107 pick. It was a non-chill filtered pick. It was like BTAC level, that good. It was way better than the foolproof pick I tried that night. Way better. Not even close. This one's really, really good too, but I don't have enough experience with 107 picks to know 100%. So, but this is some really good stuff. Really good stuff. All right, what do we got? We got 5 minutes till we're wrapping up and going over to Jason's. So let's drink this first. Wheels, thanks, buddy. I'll do the same for you. We can always exchange samples and see how they compare, you know. Did you end up cracking that tonight or no? That's the question. Spencer Rapp says his sushi. Oh no, who did I read that says the sushi place is open? Andrew. Ugh. Overnight me some, will ya? Oh man, killer. Chris, do a cooking episode with bourbon as part of the ingredients. Yeah, we'll do like a chopped. You know, like chopped, but bourbon is one of those secret ingredients you have to use. Make it happen. Make it happen. Actually phenomenal. That's actually phenomenal. Oh, man. Ugh. 5-finger pour round 2 episode. Maybe next Wednesday. We'll see. I have to make sure I have nothing going on the next day if I'm going to do that. And Jason has to be doing like a multiple person live stream otherwise. For me to be typing in the next time. Hibachi. Ooh, man. Jake's just trying to think of anything he can to get his mind off of whiskey right now since he's in dry week. Yeah. Johnny, I don't know that I've ever had Distiller's Cut, honestly. That's one of those bottles that has never shown up here. People say it's great for what it is. Don't think I've ever had it. But Knob Creek's delicious. I can tell you that 100% certainty. This is like 120 some. Yeesh. That drink's way hotter than usually like Weller too. It drinks smoother, I think, because of the wheat, but good stuff, guys. Some good stuff. Now I want sushi. I know, man. Sushi would just hit the spot right now. Nick Jenkins asked, Weller Foolproof or Blanton's Gold for my next bottle? So, I've got a buddy who has Blanton's Gold, and he's tried it before, of course, many of them, but it's like his absolute favorite. He likes it more than the straight from the barrel, which is just idiotic to me. I don't get that, but the straight from the barrel is, I've been saying this more and more with bourbons, but it's like BTAC level. To me, I've done it in blinds. It's won consistently in blinds I've done. So that's such a good whiskey. Blanton's Gold is definitely an improvement from the regular base Blantons, but I don't think I would put it on a pedestal. I would get Weller Foolproof if it was price to price, you know. Then again, I am a proof whore, so yeah, that's me. It is what it is. Gas station sushi is where it's at. It's just asking for stomach problems, I feel like. I don't know that I've had gas station sushi, but Richie Z asks, what is your favorite bourbon, any price, any year of release going into August 2020? Wow. Yours is Little Book Chapter 1. Wow. That's a really hard question. I think, honestly, Kentucky Owl Batch 9. I tried it blind against William O. Weller 19. And Kentucky Owl Batch 9 was better. I mean, better mouthfeel, better finish. Incredible whiskey. You know, the price is terrible. And I got William Weller for like half the price of retail of what Kentucky Owl is, but that is just out of this world good. Booker's 30th, Linux Cat just said that in there too. That is another one that is just, again, in blinds, knowing what it is and trying it, it's just ridiculous. I'm trying to be able to ever find a sample to try of Booker's Rye. Never had it. Would love to try it. If anyone has a bottle, please reach out to me because I will pay you for a sample of it. Just to see if it's going to live up to the hype. I mean, and just to say I've had it, you know, and being on this amazing like rye kick I've been lately and how much I love rye whiskey, it's like one of the ultimate unicorns for me to try. So, but Booker's Rye is like beyond unicorn at this level. It's never findable. Every bar I go to, I scowl and ask the bartender if there's anything, you know, anyone that might have it, and there's no luck. All right. Guy Davis says they brought gas station sushi to student union. I will confess, I snitched, called the presidents, and told them that we're all dying down here. Nice. We do have 5 months left, yeah. And there's I'm curious about BTAC this year. So, you know, we'll see how BTAC comes. So hopefully I can try multiples of them. We'll see. You know, we'll see. Let's go ahead and head over to Jason's now. We got like 1 minute left. So if someone could drop a link to the Mash and Drum for me, we'll go check out him talking to the Carters. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to this. Carters are some of the best blenders out there, you know. So thank you, Trev. Let's go there. Let's say hi to Jason from Bourbinsane. Thank you all for hanging out. You know, like I said, I'll have an episode out either Saturday or Tuesday this week. And then still planning on the live stream for next Wednesday. So should be a fun time. Should be a fun time, guys. But thanks for being here. I love each and every one of you. I'll see you over on Jason's stream in just a second.